TikTok going down in the United States is more than just an app glitch. It's a moment that exposes how deeply embedded short-form video has become in modern life, digital culture, business ecosystems, and even global communication. When users across the US suddenly open the app and are met with frozen feeds, endless loading screens, missing videos, or error messages, the immediate reaction is confusion, frustration, and disbelief. For millions of people, TikTok is not just entertainment but a daily habit, a source of income, a news feed, a creative outlet, and in many cases a livelihood. When the platform experiences an outage, even temporarily, it creates a ripple effect far beyond scrolling boredom. It interrupts routines, halts creator earnings, disrupts marketing campaigns, and sends shockwaves through online communities that rely on real-time engagement. Reports of TikTok being down usually surface first through user behavior rather than official announcements. People rush to other platforms to ask a simple question. Is it just me? Or is TikTok down for everyone? Search engines spike with queries about outages. Social platforms fill with memes and complaints, and monitoring services show sudden surges in error reports. This collective digital panic highlights how normalized constant access has become. When TikTok works, it's invisible. When it doesn't, its absence is loud. The For You page, which is normally an endless stream of algorithmically curated videos, becomes empty, repetitive, or completely unresponsive. Likes don't register, comments won't load, videos fail to upload, and live streams abruptly cut off. For creators midstream or in the middle of posting time-sensitive content, the outage feels personal. The reasons behind TikTok outages can vary widely. Sometimes it's a server-side issue, where internal systems fail to handle traffic or experience a software malfunction. Other times it's related to regional network disruptions, cloud service failures, or back-end updates that go wrong. TikTok operates at a massive scale, serving hundreds of millions of users with real-time video delivery, recommendation algorithms, and data synchronization. Even a small misconfiguration can cascade into widespread problems. Scheduled maintenance, unexpected bugs, or failed deployments can all temporarily knock features offline. Because TikTok relies heavily on complex machine learning systems to personalize content, any disruption in those pipelines can instantly degrade the user experience. In the United States specifically, TikTok outages attract more attention due to the platform's ongoing political and regulatory scrutiny. Every time TikTok goes down, speculation starts almost immediately. Some users wonder if it's related to government action, bans, or legal pressure, even when the reality is far more mundane. This shows how trust and uncertainty coexist around the platform. TikTok's ownership structure, data handling concerns, and past regulatory battles have made users hyper-aware of any disruption. However, most outages have nothing to do with policy decisions and everything to do with technical complexity. Large platforms break sometimes. That's the uncomfortable truth of modern digital infrastructure. For creators, even a short TikTok outage can have real consequences. Many creators rely on consistent posting schedules to keep the algorithm favoring their content. A few missed hours during peak engagement windows can reduce reach, slow follower growth, or impact monetization. Brands running influencer campaigns may see performance drop if sponsored posts can't go live as planned. Live creators lose donations and real-time interaction. Small businesses that use TikTok as their primary marketing channel suddenly lose visibility. When the app is down, revenue pauses. Unlike traditional media, there's no backup channel built into the platform itself. Everything stops at once. Users react differently depending on how they use TikTok. Casual viewers may shrug and switch apps, while heavy users feel genuinely disconnected. TikTok has become a primary source of trending news, pop culture updates, and community interaction for many people. When it's unavailable, people feel out of the loop. This highlights how TikTok has quietly replaced older platforms as a real-time cultural pulse. Outages push users to alternatives temporarily, but they also reveal just how dominant TikTok's format and algorithm have become. Few platforms replicate the same addictive discovery loop. During outages, TikTok typically remains silent at first. Engineers work behind the scenes to identify and fix the issue while users speculate. Eventually, functionality starts to return in waves. Some users regain access while others still experience problems. Feeds may refresh but interactions remain broken. This staggered recovery is common in large systems, where fixes roll out gradually to avoid causing further instability. Full recovery can take minutes or hours, depending on the severity of the issue. When everything finally stabilizes, TikTok resumes as if nothing happened, and users flood back instantly. What's interesting is how outages themselves become content. Screenshots of error messages turn into jokes, creators parody the downtime on other platforms, and hashtags about the outage trend elsewhere. The internet documents its own disruptions in real time. This meta-reaction is part of digital culture now. Even when TikTok is down, TikTok culture lives on. People talk about missing their For You page like it's a friend who went offline. That emotional language says a lot about how parasocial relationships have expanded beyond people to platforms. From a technical perspective, TikTok outages remind us that no system is invincible. Despite massive investments in infrastructure, redundancy, and cloud computing, failures still happen. Scale increases complexity. More users mean more data, more traffic, and more potential points of failure. TikTok must constantly balance performance, innovation, and stability. New features, algorithm tweaks, and back-end improvements are necessary to stay competitive, but each change carries risk. Outages are often the cost of rapid evolution. There's also a psychological aspect to these moments. When TikTok goes down, users are forced to pause. Some feel relieved, others feel restless. It exposes how deeply habit-forming the app is. Many people open TikTok automatically without thinking throughout the day. An outage breaks that loop and makes users aware of their own behavior. For some, it becomes a reminder to step back. For others, it increases anticipation and attachment. Once the app comes back online, engagement often spikes as users rush to catch up. In the broader social media landscape, TikTok outages are closely watched by competitors. Any downtime creates an opportunity for rival platforms to capture attention. However, history shows that temporary outages rarely lead to permanent shifts. Users may wander briefly, but they return once service is restored. TikTok's strength lies not just in its user base, but in its algorithmic personalization. The For You page feels uniquely tailored, and that's hard to replace. Even when users complain, they come back. For news outlets, TikTok outages are quick headlines. They generate clicks because they affect so many people simultaneously. The question, "Is TikTok down?" becomes a shared experience. It's one of the few moments when millions of users are synchronized in confusion. That shared moment reinforces TikTok's scale. If a small app goes down,